Hi students, in this session we are going to discuss the second part of The Thief's Story, which was written by Ruskin Bond. Now, before we go to the second part of the story, let's have a quick recap of the first part. So, Anil was a young writer and he was living his life very carelessly. And he was writing for the magazines and earning the money to run his life. So one day Anil was watching the wrestling match and Hari who best knew how to make unknown person a friend, used an old formula to flatter the person. And Hari stayed with Anil. Anil promised him that he would teach him how to write and how to add numbers, and he also taught him how to cook tasty food. So daily Hari Singh was going to buy daily needs and had profit of 1 rupee daily. And Anil knew it, but he did not mind it. And both were living together happily. So 1 month passed and Hari Singh did not perform his business. And one day he saw Anil had bought a bundle of notes. So what he did is he saw him putting them under the mattress. And as Hari saw the bundle of notes, his evil spirit awakened in his mind and he decided to rob Anil that night. And after taking dinner, Anil slept peacefully. And Hari could not sleep. He woke up and he crept to the bed and slipped his hand under the mattress. And he found the notes and ran away on the road. And Hari Singh made up his mind that he would directly go to the railway station and would catch the Lucknow Express. He thought that Anil would not catch him if he ran away from the city. So Hari reached the railway station. Now let's see what happens later. When I reached the station, I did not stop at the ticket office. I had never bought a ticket in my life, but dashed straight to the platform. So here, dashed means quickly ran towards something. Okay, straight to the platform. The Lucknow Express was just moving out. The train had still to pick up speed and I should have been able to jump into one of the carriages. Carriages is one of the sections of the train. But I hesitated for some reason. Hesitate is to pause before doing something. I can't explain and I lost a chance to get away. So what happened is when Hari reached the station, he straight away went to the platform without buying a ticket, as he had never bought a ticket. He had no habit of buying a ticket in his life. And he had always travelled without a ticket. So when they reached the platform, the Lucknow Express in which he had to go was just leaving the platform and the train was still slow. So he could have easily jumped and got into one of the carriages, but he did not do so. There was a bit of hesitation in him. Even he didn't understand why he had that hesitation inside him, and because of that he could not board the train. When the train had gone, I found myself standing alone on the deserted platform. Deserted is empty without people. I had no idea where to spend the night. I had no friends, believing that friends were more trouble than help. And I did not want to make anyone curious. Curious is eager, by staying at one of the small hotels near the station. The only person I knew really well was the man I had robbed. Leaving the station, I walked slowly through the bazaar. So bazaar is the market. And robbed is to take someone's property without their knowledge. So what happened is after some time when the train had left, Hari found himself all alone in that empty platform because there were no people and everyone had got into the train. And Hari did not know where would he spend the night because he did not have any friends whom he could go to, as he used to think that friends were more of trouble than being helpful. And he did not even want to stay at any of the hotels as that would attract attention. So he knew only one person very well, that is Anil, and he had robbed him as well. So Hari was walking through the bazaar after leaving the station and he was thinking of his observations as a thief. In my short career as a thief, I had made a study of men's faces when they had lost their goods. The greedy man showed fear, the rich man showed anger, The poor man showed acceptance. But I knew that Anil's face when he discovered the theft would show only a touch of sadness. Not for the loss of money, but for the loss of trust. I found myself in the Maidan. Maidan is the park. And sat down on a bench. The night was chilly. It was really November and a light drizzle added to my discomfort. Drizzle is light rain. Soon it was raining quite heavily. My shirt and pajamas stuck to my skin and a cold wind blew the rain across my face. So what happened is, when he was realizing, when he was thinking of his observations as a thief, he realized that although everybody from rich to poor shows different reactions to losing their goods, Anil would only be a little sad. And he was reflecting on everyone. Like if he robs from a greedy man, he shows only fear. And if he robbed from a rich man, he showed anger. And the poor man showed acceptance because he could not do anything else. But he knew that Anil would only be little sad, not because he lost that property, but because of the loss of trust. And he would be sad that he trusted someone so much and the person had betrayed him. That would be the only reason Anil would be sad. And so Hari was walking, thinking about all this, and when he reached a park, he sat on a bench. And as it was the month of November, the night was a bit chill. And then it started drizzling, which added discomfort to Hari. And soon it started raining quite heavily, and Hari's shirt and pajamas stuck to his body. And cold wind was blowing across Hari's face. I went back to the bazaar and sat down in the shelter of the clock tower. So, shelter is a place of where it gives temporary protection from weather or danger, and clock tower is a tower typically forming part of a church with you can see a large clock at the top, like midnight, 12 o'clock at night. So that is, you can see that, and midnight is nothing but 12 o'clock at night. So the clock showed midnight. I felt for the nose. They were damp. Damp is slightly wet. Anil's money. In the morning, he would probably have given me 2 or 3 rupees to go to the cinema. Cinema is a theatre where films will be put on. But now I had it all. I couldn't cook his meals, run to the bazaar, or learn to write whole sentences anymore. I had forgotten about them in the excitement of the theft. Whole sentences, I knew, could one day bring me more than a few hundred rupees. It was a simple matter to steal, and sometimes just as simple to be caught. But to be a really big man, a clever and respected man, was something else. I should go back to Anil. I told myself, if only to learn to read and write. I hurried back to the room. Hurried is going fast to the room and rushing to the room, in other words. Feeling very nervous, for it is much easier to steal something than to return it undeducted. Undeducted is not being discovered. I opened the door quietly, then stood in the doorway in clouded moonlight. Clouded is less clear or transparent, less transparent. So here what happened is, Hari went back towards the bazaar and sat under the shelter of a clock tower because to escape from the rain and getting wet. And it was 12 o'clock by where it was displayed on the clock tower. So Hari checked the notes and they were all wet. Then again Hari started thinking that it was Anil's money, and if he had not stolen it, Anil would have surely given him 2 or 3 rupees to go for a movie. But now as he had stolen it, he had it all. So now he won't be able to make tea or do groceries for Anil anymore, or to buy groceries for Anil anymore, or would he be able to learn to write whole sentences or add numbers, which Anil has promised him. So he did not realize that he would be losing all these as he was excited to steal the money. So what happened? He knew that if he could learn to read and write, he could earn much more money than what he has earned while stealing. So he would have earned a few hundred rupees, and that too honestly, without getting frightened of something or scared of something, someone catching him. So he knew that it was very easy to steal something from someone, but sometimes it was that easy to get caught also. As easy to steal, it is also easier to be caught. So he knew that if he learned to read and write, he could surely become a big and respected man one day. So then Hari told to himself that he should go back if he wanted to learn to read and write, and also if he wanted to be a big man one day, he'll have to go back and return back the money to Anil. So what happened? Hari decided to go back and give back the money. So he went back to Anil's room and was very nervous because he knew that it was more difficult to return the money, stolen things without their knowledge than stealing it. So Hari went to the hallway and stood there as the moonlight was still falling over the bed. That is, while he was stealing also, the ray of moonlight was falling on the bed. Similarly, it was still falling on over the bed. So what happened then? Anil was still asleep. I crept to the head of the bed and my hand came up with the notes. I felt his breath on my hand. I remained still for a minute. Then my hand found the edge of the mattress and slipped under it with the notes. I awoke late next morning to find that Anil had already made the tea. He stretched out his hand towards me. There was a 50-rupee note between his fingers. My heart sank. I thought I had been discovered. I made some money yesterday, he explained. Now you'll be paid regularly. My spirits rose, but when I took that note, I saw it was still wet from the night's rain. So today we'll start writing sentences, he said. He knew, but neither his lips nor his eyes showed anything. I smiled at Anil in my most appealing way, and the smile came by itself without any effort. So here what happened is, he found Anil was still asleep, and Hari went near the head of the bed and took out the notes, and he was going near the mattress. His hand could feel Anil's breath. So Hari became still for a moment, found the edge of the mattress, and finally slipped the notes under it. So next morning what happened? Hari woke up a little late and Anil had already made the tea by then. So Anil extended his hand towards Hari and had a 50-rupee note in his hand. So Hari thought that he had been caught. Then suddenly Anil explained that he had made some money yesterday, and so he was giving him 50 rupees, and he also said that he would be paying Hari regularly hereafter. So Hari was really happy, but when he took the note in his hand, he saw that it was little wet due to the rain last night. So he also told Hari that that day he would teach him how to write complete sentences. So Hari realized that Anil had come to know that he had stolen money and kept it back because the notes were wet. But the great thing that happened was that he did not let it show on his face. Anil never expressed the doubt or on his face or in his words. So Hari again smiled at Anil in the most appealing way, and Anil's smile also came to his face without any effort as soon as he saw the appealing smile of Hari. So this is the story of the thief's story. So let's sum up what we have learnt. So Anil was a young writer and he was living his life very carelessly. He was writing for the magazines and earning his money to run his life. So one day Anil was watching the wrestling match, and a thief who has taken new identity as Hari Singh met him there. So Hari best knew how to make unknown person a friend. So he used the old formula to flatter the person, then automatically the person becomes your friend. So Hari Singh was boy of 15 years and he decided to make Anil his next victim. When Anil left the match, Hari also followed him and asked for the job. And Anil was not rich to keep a servant. However, he was ready to keep Hari with him because he only wanted food. Hari only wanted food. So Anil offered him the job on one condition, that Hari Singh had to cook food. The food prepared by Hari for the first time was given to stray dogs as it was waste and tasteless. Then he told Hari to leave his house, but Hari stayed there and Anil took pity on him. He allowed him to live with him, and Hari stayed with Anil. Anil promised him that he would teach him how to write and add numbers, and he also taught him how to cook tasty food. So daily Hari Singh was going to buy daily needs and at profit of 1 rupee daily. And even Anil knew about it, but he did not mind, and both were living very happily. So 1 month passed like this, and Hari Singh had not performed his business, that is stealing. So one day he saw Anil had bought a bundle of notes. He saw him putting under the mattress, and as Hari saw the bundle of notes, his evil spirit awakened in his mind, and he decided to rob Anil that night. And after taking dinner, Anil slept peacefully, but Hari could not sleep he woke up and he crept to the bed and slipped his hand under the mattress. He found the notes and ran away on the road. So Hari Singh made up his mind that he would go directly to the railway station and would catch the Lucknow Express. And he thought that Anil would not catch him if he runs away from the city. So Hari Singh reached the railway station. Lucknow Express was about to go. Suddenly the good spirit called him. The inner voice told him not to betray the fate of Anil. So the train was moving, but Hari had no dare to catch it. He was remembering the innocent face of Anil. When Hari Singh thought that what would Anil think about him? Anil would not worry about the money, but he might feel bad that a man has broken his fate. So there was a conflict in the mind of Hari Singh. He did not want to lose fate of Anil, because he knew that Anil was a very simple man, and moreover, Anil was teaching him how to write and add numbers which could change his life. He could become a respected person in the society. So he left the railway station, he came to the Maidan, that is park, and sat on the bench. Just as heavy rain started, it was the month of November, chill wind was blowing fast, and he felt more uncomfortable as he had treated an innocent person. So his shirt and pajamas stuck to his body because it was wet due to the rain. Then he went to the clock tower to save from the rain. He sat there under the tower, and suddenly he remembered his notes. He searched for it and found that all the bundle of notes were wet. Then he started to return to Jamuna sweet shop, and where Anil had a room on the top. So Hari Singh returned to Anil, and he crept again and secretly put back the money under the mattress without his knowledge. So next day Anil woke up and he prepared tea for Hari and himself, as Hari got up late, and he handed over 50 rupees note to Hari and told him that he would be paid regularly hereafter. And Hari took the note and found that it was still wet. He understood that Anil knew about the last night episode. But Anil never expressed anything on his face or in his words. So this is the story of the thief's story. Now, the moral we get from this story is that we can see that this story is about a thief who befriends a writer, and he earns the trust of the writer Anil, who wants to teach him how to read and how to write, how to add numbers. And he knew that one day by learning all this, he will become a respected man, Hari, the thief. So the thief wanted, but suddenly what happened? The thief wanted to steal money from Anil. And as soon as he gets a chance, he runs off with the money. But he has a change of heart and comes back. And Anil realizes that he had stolen the money, but refrains from telling him anything or expressing anything in his face. So this story tells us how kindness can bring about a change in a person. So hope you have understood this lesson and the moral value behind it. So thank you children. Have a great day.